All right, so I wanted to give you some examples of the Fast Food Nation. I know we're going to give you one video that'll help you go through the instructions and the spreadsheet. And then we have another video that will help you with charts. And so today, this video is the examples portion of the video for our Fast Food Nation project. It's usually a pretty fun project. We're going to be working on this probably into the early of next week too, but I just wanted to show you a few examples. So here's the Panera Bread. They got some pictures looking good. Again, we're trying to make our charts so that our color schemes match what the restaurant is. And here's some Panda Express. Again, we have different items. We're trying our best. I show some of these examples as some of them are great and then also have some flaws. Like we don't want to have so many items that have 0 calories. We really want you not to choose what you would do, but maybe an alternative to what you would do. So if you'd always have a water with 0 calories or a soda with 0 calories, we want to choose something different. They got the little panda in here. Excuse me. But it's kind of a good little way, as you can see this now. Another way to change, see the difference in font size or color from white to dark. Now again, I can see this pretty easy. If you were giving a presentation, it might be different. But here's a way, instead of doing 3D, they use some cones, pyramid type action, if that's something that you wanted to do. IHOP, again, you can insert pictures, put these pictures onto each corresponding item. Fantastic job. Again, the charts are supposed to be easy to read and see. It's easy to take a look at, maybe capitalize these over here. But again, I'm not showing you that we have to be perfect. We want you to be thinking. Again, we want to avoid items that have 0 calories. Just kind of messing around with them. They're putting their items on here. Their charts are pretty crisp. Maybe make this a little bigger so that you can move this fat calories around so that you can read them all. Maybe you always can increase fonts. If you wanted to increase fonts, increasing those fonts is a tiny little thing that makes a big difference. Here we got some pictures of Sonic. I'd be careful about, make sure you put a comma, but I don't think you need decimal points. I don't think, you can round to the nearest percent, 73%. Here, they spend a lot of time working on these pictures, but I don't know the percentages. And I would rather see some values here and or both. They did a great job trying to make things different. And so I wanted to show you that, but don't get caught up making things different and then not be able to label things. Another nice crisp, I always call these ones crisp, the way that it's easy to read, different fonts, changing, this is just a little sideways bar or column, this is great. Again, maybe increasing the font size a little bit just so you can, you don't have to save everything on this one little screen. I can make these screens bigger. So, but a great job, Whataburger. They got some, trying to make it look a little different, filling in their legend. Again, I would increase font sizes. But you can see they're putting the logos on there, and all that is just lowering the transparency of a picture they found, put it on the desktop, put it onto there. A great way of doing things. Again, here's one where they included the total. So they highlighted all the way down. Well, you don't need to do that. You just need to show these because then we don't get the difference if you were to take those totals out. Here, again, they made a chart, but this isn't what that chart is supposed to be. This is a classic roast beef. That is the main. This is supposed to be fat, non-fat, hold the command key down, and then the total. So even though you're making charts, make sure you're doing the correct ones. Here's some cool ones. Again, some of it, they did a few extras. We've changed this assignment over the years. Here they put pictures in for what their items were. They have labels here as well as the legend. If you can see that this is going to be fat calories, well then change it so that you don't need to have it in 2 spots. You certainly don't need to make a chart that 100% is non-fat. They're just messing around. And this is partially probably an older one that we decided we wanted to change some of those things because you want your charts to make. But you can see that they spend a lot of time on it and really thought about it. Putting the items of next to what they might be is an added thing there. Putting these pictures in, inserting those is an added thing. So it's kind of neat to be able to see people spending a lot of time and thought into it. Transparency pictures put in the background after making the charts, little dotted lines around items. Again, you don't need to have fat, non-fat for each one of these labels. Again, nothing to chart if you don't have calories, but I like how they put this one. They just put pictures onto the bar charts, onto the column charts. So again, make sure you're doing the correct items. This is not the correct chart, but we've also changed them. If you follow my chart 2 video, fast food video part 2, it'll show you all those items again, how to make the chart. So this is just another example. Using the same color schemes, make sure you're charting the correct things. Making it look easy to see, easy to read, easy to follow. Make sure you're only charting what we need, but then all these extras are fun. Making something look sharp. Don't include totals when you don't have to on that one. Make sure you're charting the correct things. These should be formulas, again, the fat versus non-fat percentages, and we'll be able to show you all these on video part 1 just to make the spreadsheet part, and part 2 to make the video. So hope these examples helped a little bit. You're able to see what we were trying to come up with. Kind of a fun project that we'll give you. We'll work until next week with it. I'll put that on there so you're aware of that. Thanks. Good.